Well, good evening, everyone. It is Friday evening, January 12th. I wanted to do an update video to talk about the extreme cold that we're going to see really already taking place across much of the northern plains here in the United States, but also going to be impacting all the way down into Texas and certainly much of the southern U.S. here, really going through our Saturday, certainly Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and starting to warm up on Wednesday. So let's take a look here at the threats, what those projected temperatures are going to be, and certainly the timing on when that's going to impact. So definitely the coldest air of the season is going to be taking place here, and possibly some really record-breaking cold, really that dangerous, pipe-shattering cold for sure. So this is a look at the NAM model here, looking at kind of this front, and so you can see these coldest temperatures kind of along the Rockies, and then oozing down into Texas and across the Kentucky, kind of Ohio River Valley, Mississippi here, and trying to push further and further south as we kind of move forward in time, and then kind of stalling out to some degree kind of around this similar area. But again, this is going to impact areas of the southern plains, certainly into Texas, certainly a lot of the south, maybe not the extreme southeast, not Florida, not a lot of the southwest here, kind of sheltered, but this cold blast really coming down here across the plains, and really, really cold temperatures in Canada right now. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and what's kind of lead to this. When we look at kind of what that looks like in the upper atmosphere, we can see the big jet stream moving through right here and really digging real far south across Texas and the deep south. And that's allowing this cold air to spill kind of out of the Canadian plains and the Rockies. Certainly that polar vortex that kind of goes around the northern periphery of the globe, certainly around the Arctic, and then it starts to kind of ooze further south. And when that jet stream digs down, there's really nothing that holds that cold air back. So that's really what we're looking at and what's causing this right here. One thing that I thought might be helpful before we look at a model and kind of what the timing is going to look like, I thought we could look at a couple of our temperature projections from the National Weather Service. So this would be looking at kind of our maximum and minimum temperatures over a certain day period. So this would be going through our 7 p.m. Tomorrow, and so that would be Saturday, and looking at those maximum temperatures. So what we can see here is that we're going to have extreme cold across much of the northern part of the U.S., but areas in North Texas and Texas will still be in the 50s and 60s. So our high temperatures for much of the daytime tomorrow in Texas and much of the South won't be that bad. Now, Oklahoma is going to already be dealing with the cold weather. Certainly, we've got temperatures negative 13 here in southern South Dakota. Obviously, really, really cold across Montana and Wyoming as well. And so we're going to be dealing with those really cold temperatures. Now, as we get into especially our day, Saturday evening and Sunday, we can see that our high temperatures on really Sunday, they're going to be 27 in Dallas-Fort Worth. They're going to be -4 here across south central Nebraska, -12 up here in Montana. So that cold air is really going to reach all the way to almost the San Antonio area here across Texas, across much of Tennessee here, kind of oozing into the deep south. And then when we look at our minimum temperatures for our Sunday for the most part, we can see that we're looking at 16 degrees across North Texas. We're looking at -12 in Kansas, -26 here in southern South Dakota, -33. And this is the actual air temperature. This doesn't factor in our wind chills that are going to be much, much worse than this. Then as we move forward in time, looking at those minimum temperatures, kind of Monday evening into our I guess this would be kind of Sunday and Monday here. We're looking at, again, really, really cold weather, 11 degrees here in Dallas-Fort Worth. That would be right around a record. I think the record low is 12 degrees. So very possibly a record here. -1 in Oklahoma City. -19 here across Wyoming. -12 around Sioux Falls. So really, really cold temperatures. This would be kind of our Sunday night, Monday morning time frame. And then last thing that we'll look at is then if we go to our day 4 here, so this would be our Monday night into Tuesday morning. Again, North Texas, 15 degrees. We've got, eastern Iowa, -12 degrees. warms up here across Montana and Wyoming to be, 14 degrees in southern Montana. But again, really, really cold temperatures for that Monday night into Sunday morning. So we're looking at a significant Arctic outbreak here, and definitely something that you don't want to mess around with. Now, one thing I thought that I might take a look at here is if we look at, let's say maybe let's go to possibly our European model here. Let's take a look at our, I think, wind chill values here. Let's take a look at this. And so let's look at, and let's see, let's go to our, we'll say kind of Monday morning. So this would be Monday morning. This is the European model and the wind chill values here, and kind of what that's projecting. So this would be Monday morning, right around 6 a.m. And so we have a wind chill value of around 16 across North Texas. In Nebraska, negative 20. Up here in kind of Montana, North Dakota border, negative 40 degrees. So really, really extreme, dangerous temperatures across the Midwest. We've got negative 35 here in eastern Iowa. So really, really dangerous wind chill values here. And this would, again, be our Monday morning temperatures. Then when we go and we look, let's jump up to, let's go to our Tuesday morning here. So this would be, again, early hours of Tuesday morning. Let's go to maybe 6 a.m. Tuesday. We have 6 a.m. Tuesday. We have a wind chill temperature of 2 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth. 2 degrees. We've got negative 23 in central Kansas, negative 38 wind chill in eastern Iowa. Again, significant, dangerous temperatures and wind chills here. So this is definitely not a system to take lightly. It's going to be some extreme cold. And I think the last thing that I thought we would take a look at is, while this isn't likely, especially across the South and North Texas, where I reside here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it doesn't appear that this will be a significant precipitation winter event. But I did want to look at what the models are showing. So this is our North American model. This would be about 6 a.m. on Monday morning. And you can see here that these pinkish purple colors right here, now let me try to click off this, that is showing that we're seeing some snow up here across Arkansas and the kind of northern Mississippi River Valley here. We've got kind of some mixed ice, sleet, freezing rain here across much of north and eastern Texas. And so definitely that looks like we're going to get some winter precipitation. Now, is it going to be a terrible ice event or a lot of snow? That's tough to say. Across North Texas here, I think we are going to see some freezing rain and some ice, maybe some snow that's mixed in there. And this will likely be after sunset on Sunday evening, overnight Sunday into early morning hours, and then maybe persisting into the early afternoon on Monday. So definitely will impact travel on our MLK days. So obviously be aware of that. If you have to work, be out and about, things like that. Make sure that you have plenty of time. Road conditions, they may be questionable depending on how much of that liquid comes down. But no kind of ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is going to be a significant event, especially for areas here in the South. We tend not to handle this stuff very well, to be perfectly honest. So I think the grocery stores are already pretty barren, but hopefully the power stays on. We don't have any, big power outages or, big accumulations of ice or terrible road conditions, anything like that. But definitely be careful if you're going to be out and about, and make sure you have a plan for your pets and pipes, and probably, drip some water, things like that everyone knows to kind of try to do when we have these really extreme temperatures. And we'll see. We may even set some records. So hope everybody has a good weekend, and I will see you back here for the next video.